So here we have a really big gaming monitor. This is ultra-wide gaming monitor with 100 Hz refresh rate by MSI. This model is called Optix MAG341CQ. And the price on this has gone down. It used to run around $500. I paid $380 plus tax on this monitor. So it's an incredibly good deal. This is ultra wide, meaning that you get 3440 by 1440 resolution, which is around 3K resolutions. It's really good for those people with mid-range computers that get around 100 frames per second. Hence we have 100 Hz refresh rate. So if you have a mid-range computer, this is a really good gaming option. And also if you're doing video editing or anything like that, this will give you extra space. So imagine this is a 34-inch and it's 21 by 9. Think of this as the regular 16 by 9 monitor. With 21 by 9, you get this much more space. This includes the field of view within the games and field of view within everyday tasks. So if you want to have window open here, you can do so. If you want to have another one here, you can do so. And then of course the third one, because there's so much space available. Comes with AMD FreeSync. Guys, this monitor right now actually supports G-Sync as well. NVIDIA recently came out with the drivers that support FreeSync as well. So if you have AMD or NVIDIA card, this is a great option for you because it supports both of them. And this specific brand is on the list of supported G-Sync monitors by NVIDIA. Of course, there are other options that come with this: anti-flicker, lesser blue light, and this and that. But one of the really cool features here is the fact that it's curved. So if you get a curved monitor, you get that even better immersion for your gaming. Alright guys, let's get to the unboxing and then we're going to do some setup, review and testing, see how fast this thing does in games, see if we can tell the 100 Hz refresh rate and what the difference is. Alright, this thing is so huge. Oh my god. Okay, I finally managed to get it out. Okay, let's see. This is just a stand that goes, that holds the monitor. It's made out of metal, so that's cool. It has a little rubber stoppers there. Next thing, we have HDMI cable, high-speed HDMI cable. Then we have a DisplayPort cable. Over here we have some screws for the legs, I'm assuming, and some instruction manual. We got a power cable. This is part of the mount. Alright, here's the big moment. The curvature. Oh man. This is really cool. Alright, let's just be gentle with this here. Wow. Wow, guys. Oh my god, I've never had anything like this before. Oh man, look at this. This thing. Alright, I finally got it out. Oh man, look at that. Would you look at that? One thing I hate is when a monitor has way too much reflection, but this is cool. So I went ahead and faced it this way so we can mount it real quick. So these are the screws that came with it. For this you just need a Phillips head screwdriver. I hope we can get a good angle on this. I'm not going to go all the way here until I tighten this one, or until I get this one going. Okay. The screwdriver is not the best match for this, but it'll do. Make sure it's tight on there. I'm glad that this is metal. Alright. Oh my god. Look at this beauty. Look at this, a beauty cutie. Oh man, look at that. Alright, I'm going to connect it and show you guys how it looks like. So this is my current setup. You can see that there's the new monitor. They're doing the UFO Hertz refresh rate test just to make sure that we got the right product here. And then we got my 4K monitors just set up there. But this is just kind of what I have it set up here. The reason I'm filming from an angle like this, so you can see the curvature here. And I'm going to zoom in here so you can tell the difference between the refresh rates down here. And with this test, you can see that the higher refresh rate has much smoother scroll from left to right. I'm going to show you the gameplay as well, and I'm going to show you viewing angles because I feel like that's incredibly important here, guys. I'm not going to throw too many numbers at you guys because I really wanted to show you the actual use of this type of monitor. So just keep that in mind, and because when it comes down to it, to me, if the monitor functions the way I want, with the things that I want, that's the most important to me. And this, in this case, it's the response time, refresh rate, viewing angle, and the picture quality. Steady as possible here to show you different angle views so you can see how well it does on an angle. Alright, here's another look of a viewing angle. This is all the way to the right, and I'm gonna go all the way to the left as well. Of course, I made some adjustments on the viewing angle for my own liking, but the viewing angle is quite nice considering that it's actually curved on top of that. By the way, the immersion with the curved, I thought it was going to look awkward, but man, it really works. Now, let me zoom in here and so you can see a little bit of a pixel action. This is the native resolution there. You can see the pixel action there right now. This is supposed to be a VA panel if I'm not mistaken. And there's the refresh rate of it. So if you have an NVIDIA type of GPU, which is what I have right now, I will show you here that it's enabled. You can see that enable G-Sync is enabled, and I have it enabled for both window and full screen. Here's what it looks like for me just sitting down in my chair. You can see the curvature compared to the one that's on top. Alright, so what's the deal with this curvature and this 21:9 aspect ratio? I will show you this. There is a huge difference between 16:9 and 21:9 aspect ratios, and when it comes to ability to see around you. This is not to be confused with the field of view that you see, that you adjust in game. This is actual extra space that you see left and right instead of modifying the view of your character. Right now you can see the blue bars here, that would be the extra space that you would see. So not only is this a higher resolution, means the image is a lot sharper, is that you see a lot more left and right. So let's have a look what the difference is. Here, this is actually a pretty good example. I'm going to stop here so you can have a good frame of reference. I'm going to stop right here, and then I'm going to change the resolution to 1980 by 1920 by 1080, which brings it down to 16:9 resolution, 16:9 aspect ratio. Matter of fact, we can just switch it to this here. You see how I can see way less now on the left and right. Now this is the aspect ratio. This has nothing to do with the resolution itself, right? This is what I'm pointing out. Yes, you can see the difference in resolution between the native of this and that. That's not what I'm pointing out. You see that rock over there on the right there? Let me go back. You let me go back to the native resolution. Watch. I'm gonna go back to full screen. Yes. You can see how I see the, you can see now that I can see the whole rock over there, and also big part of that post, metal post over there on the left as well. So that's the difference between 16:9 and 21:9 aspect ratio. Nothing to do with the resolution. Resolution helps in clarity and everything like that, which is great, but that's not what I'm talking about here. So you can see that I can see way more left and right. And that's a big deal, especially when you have a curved monitor like this. This monitor is currently discounted. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. You can check that out now. So this is one of the older games called Mass Effect Andromeda. I think this is from 2017. And right away, you can see how this screen here, this just picture here, is designed for a 16:9 ratio. And the black bars on the left and right are just unused space, because most of the time that is not used. The view here is massive. Here, let me show you here, just to get in the right position. Position myself right next to these people on the right, and then I'm going to change the resolution. Here we go, video output, and I'm going to change it to 16:9 ratio. Here, let's just keep it fair. I'm gonna keep it at this. I'm gonna keep it okay. Go back here, go back into the game. You can see the whole person is missing over there. Native resolution, apply, keep changes. Let's go back, and now that person is back. So it was about this much that was missing over here. And then same thing on the other side. So that's quite a bit of field of view that you're missing out on. And you can see it scales properly because this guy is actually normal size. So it's not stretched out at all. You can see the actual support for this ultra wide, and most of the newer games support this. So here's a newer game, it's called Rage 2, and you can see right away how much more extra we have when it comes to viewing space. So I'm going to show you some gameplay here real quick. It's been a while since I played this game. Oh, that's right. I keep throwing grenades, which is not something I wanted to do. There's a bad guy over there, I think. Let's see. Wing stick. Alright, let's try that. There's probably more in here. Oh. I'm just hitting random buttons here. I'm going to position myself right here. Pay attention to the flare over there. See if we can see it once I switch it back to 16:9. So we're going to switch down to 1920 by 1080, which is our 16:9 resolution. Aspect ratio, I should say. See, now the flare is no longer visible over there. You can no longer see the flare. Okay. And now the flare is back, and of course you can see a lot more to the left there. So the flare is back, you can see a lot more to the left there. Now this is not to be confused with the field of view within the game. That's something you adjust on top of this here. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I wanted to apologize to all people that got nauseous from the testing of the refresh rate, and I appreciate any support that you may have for me. Whether you like it, leave a comment or share this video. If you have any questions or you want me to do any additional tests, please let me know. Alright, have a good day. Bye-bye.